hearing it again. From Chief Secretary of a state, one of the evil men who have his own unknown gunmen, confessing that IPOB is not involved.
These people are just wicked politicians. If anybody tells you that IPOB is the one killing people in Oluzon, it is not correct. Wicked politicians are sponsoring the killings in Olu. Last week in Oberuru, the APC ward chairman was killed in his house. The APC secretary was killed in his house. APC woman leader was killed in his house. I have cross-checked. Since the inception of this banditry, not one PDP man has died. Not one PDP man, his house has been attacked or burnt. So it is very clear to me that these people are after APC.
You heard him. You heard him clearly. These are the source of the insecurity I see in Biafra land. These are the people that are considered evil. All this information are out there. But Soludo will not say it. Soludo is still busy talking down on his own people. That is why I tell you that he's not sincere. He's still busy demonizing his own people. If that one is not enough to show you that even the man that just spoke now is one of the people who is destroying, causing this, he has his own unknown government. I want to play on that video where Rochas Ogorocha was also indicting him. Watch.
The issue. I think the church might address that. But my concern, there's something that has to be unraveled. And I'm sure you must have been hearing about unknown gunmen in Imo State. This is where the story of unknown gunmen started. And most people have been wondering the mystery behind unknown gunmen. But it appears, though, to me now, that unknown gunmen has finally been unraveled with the recent happenings. And what is the unknown gunmen from what happened to Uchenwosu? Unknown gunmen now was a set of policemen from government house who, without the consent of the Commissioner of Police, without the consent of the Inspector of Police, without the consent of the DIGs and charge, nobody on their own, from the instruction of the government of the Imo State led by Hope Uzodinma and the CSO Shaba, that gives directives to go and arrest people at will and lock them up at will, and sometimes what about these people are not. So gradually something is becoming to unravel, and that is the good news about this. And to shock you, and to shock the whole world, is that this same Shaba and his governor are in the business of, getting policemen from government house to go and execute an unholy act. And when they run into trouble, they quickly say it is police. So right now, they have carefully put the image of the police and federal government of Nigeria at stake as to prove to themselves why the police should send people to go to church to arrest somebody, and which is now not IG definitely. But now, when the governor does that, when he gets into trouble, he said the police. That's the situation we find. So the unknown government now is getting to be clear. And what might surprise you is that the killing of Gulag will soon be unraveled by what has happened recently. And the 150 people that are left unaccounted for bodies at the Federal Medical Center in Owerri will also be unraveled, because till now they have done a lot of cover-up in Imo State, where nobody seems to know what is happening. People are dead. Nobody's coming to claim them. And if you claim them, they are shot, they are killed. So a lot of things are going to be unraveled. I think the mystery is because the war was taking place of that.
Right.
So asking me, what would the Imo people, how does the Imo people feel? Imo people are still in fear, and there's need to assuage their fear seriously, and it will take the intervention of the federal government of Nigeria.
You heard him. You heard Rochas Ogorocha confessing. You heard Rochas Ogorocha confessing the kind of, the way he described the unknown gunmen, that these are policemen, these are military men who go out of their duty to take the life of innocent people, sponsored by his fellow politicians. The description is very clear. Are you going to tell me that Soludo, so-called Soludo, is not having all these informations? All these people who have spoken now are chief security in one time or the other in their states. And they pass all this information. And yet, Soludo is busy talking against his own people. I pray that Chukwu Okakabe make him to change his mind before it is too late. If he wants to make peace, if he wants to have security in Anambra State, he knows what to do. He knows what to do. Pull out the criminals. Pull out the criminals. We don't support any criminalities. We do not support any criminal. IPOB, Biafran people do not support any criminal. We love life. We don't take the life of innocent people for any reason. Nobody deserves to die for any reason whatsoever. Nobody deserves to die. Let the caliphate military that you put in Biafra land, pull them out and let them go back to their base. Let them go back to where they're coming from. Pull them out. Let them go back to where they are coming from. And then begin to talk to people who they have killed their property, people who they have burned their homes, destroyed their property, begin to pay compensation. Then you start a meaningful discussion with our spirit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not in detention. Bring him out and begin to have a meaningful discussion. Release every Biafran that you are being held captive in Anambra State. You went and visited prison. Up to now, how many people have you released? How many members of IPOB have you released after visiting prison? How many? If you are sincere to yourself. That is why you say you're not sincere. And it is so sad that these people, they know that after serving the caliphate, you are going to return back home in shame. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is singing it like a music every day. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is shouting and singing it that if you serve the Janjaweed after serving them, is either you return back in shame or you return down as a corpse. You come back home as a corpse. That is what is happening. Today you can see the case of not this very idiot, Rocha Sokorocha. You saw Rocha Sokorocha lying down and crying with all his connections, with all the service to the caliphate. They have decided to bring him down. How dare him decide to compete with them? How dare him try to think that he's a caliphate, he can compete with the caliphate? Today they tear him down. They tear him down, knowing fully well that he doesn't have any background. He doesn't have anybody to speak for him. He doesn't have anybody to stand for him. In the whole of Southeast, you don't have even one single godfather. You don't have one single political godfather in the outside. The whole of Southeast, there is no one single political godfather that can speak, and that speech will have effect. And he's not in good terms with his own people. He's not in good terms with the youths. He has supported the killing of the youth, supported the destruction of Biafra, standing against Biafra. He's a one Nigerian. He's talking about one Nigeria all the time, thinking that they are going to raise him above every other person because they have just equipped him with some finance. And today, they are about to smoke him. He is now shouting. He's now shouting. These politicians are always deceiving themselves. When we say Nigeria can never work, some of them think we are blabbing. They see the one way like you see people, some people still talking about one Nigeria, but there will not be any better Nigeria anywhere. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. There will never be. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. As long as you are still holding your hand in this your 1999 constitution, you are still holding it with all your strength. It doesn't matter who becomes the president. It doesn't matter who, if you like, make your own father the president. It can never work. Go and bring an angel from heaven and make him a president of Nigeria. Nigeria will never survive. The end has come. The end has come. When we say it, people think it's a joke. People call us noisemaker. They say we are blabbing. We don't know what we're talking about. But on daily basis, every single thing we say continue to play out. Every single thing we say continue to play out. That's what the way we were talking to, what do they call him, P2B. I said it. P2B was going around from one place to the other talking about presidency. I said it that P2B cannot get the presidency of Nigeria. P2B can never ever get the president of Nigeria because he is too clean to be a president of Nigeria. Even though he's not innocent, he is not totally clean. He has killed his own people also. He has taken the life of Biafran people. Even with all the beautiful record and experience he's just showing, they can never, as long as he forgot that he is a Biafran, as long as you're a Biafran, you are nowhere. When we are talking that, saying that about P2B, some people think it's a joke. Today you saw him going away from PDP. And what did that show you? P2B leaving PDP shows you that P2B will never smell the presidency. You can pretend from today to tomorrow. If you're not in PDP, you're not in APC, you can never, ever dream of being the president of Nigeria. And the best thing for P2B is just to go back home. As they have resigned from PDP, go back home. Don't go and join any party. You will disgrace yourself the more. As soon as Peter Obi goes and joins any other party, he will disgrace himself the more. It's better he listen now. Go back home. As he has realized his mistake, after going to UK to meet people, going to talk to this and talk that, toying the whole federation, he has finally come back to his senses to know that he will never, ever be the president of Nigeria. And if he's not yet convinced he wants to try another party, that will be his greatest disgrace. That will be his greatest. He will not even get up to 1,000 votes. That is going to be his greatest failure. And today you are seeing that the Igbo presidency they're dreaming of is dying, natural death. When we say that Igbo presidency is not realizable, some people say it's a lie. Today you are seeing the Igbo president dying before your own very eye. The only legitimate candidate that they have, Peter Obi, the only candidate that is acceptable by people, today he has pulled down from one of the major parties that can make him a president, and he is going away. Even if he picks any form from any other party, he will never ever defeat. He will never even come. He will never even come fifth. He won't come fifth in the contest. He will never be anywhere, and that will be his greatest mistake, to disgrace himself. When we come here to say, they say because we are saying it online, we are talking rubbish. We don't know what we're talking. But as long as you are still in that caliphate, as long as you are still in that caliphate, following their constitution, you can never, Nigeria will never ever survive. I'm not the only one that said it. Somebody have said it in their own place. Somebody have said it. Somebody have stood in their own midst and said it. Everybody had it. So I'm not the only one saying it. Somebody has spoken about it. Among them, he stood in their Senate, in their House of Senate. Somebody was there saying it. And I'm going to play the video for you to see here. Because when we say certain things, people say it's a lie. We don't know what. But I'm going to prove it with the video. I'm going to show. This is in a video. A senator said it in their. The funniest thing that senator that is making this noise, that will make this noise now, later, today he's talking about presidency. Knowing fully well that Nigeria is not going to work. He's still supporting the presidency. But we are different. Watch and hear him.
When a nation or republic cannot keep faith with justice and with the truth, it will never achieve unity. It will never achieve peace, and it will never achieve progress. Mr. President, sir, one of us quoted from this constitution and went ahead to make prescription for how to move forward. I dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem. This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items. 68 on the exclusive list. This constitution has only 12 on the concurrent list. And those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrent lists. That is why those who want unity and peace in Nigeria must first remember that the name of our republic is not just Nigeria. The formal name of this republic is Federal Republic of Nigeria. Unfortunately, we don't run a federalist system in Nigeria. Otherwise, what is so unique about all those things that are in the exclusive list? We used to have a parliamentary system. And then we wanted unity, we wanted peace, we wanted progress, and we therefore said we are going to go with a presidential system. Honestly, there are many presidential systems in the world that have peace and progress. I can't quarrel with that.
I'm not going to bore you with all the speech. You have seen it. A senator in the House of Senate was saying that the Constitution, 1999 Constitution, we never give them progress. We never give them peace. We never bring unity. Unless they throw it away, that nothing will work in Nigeria. Today, they are still holding that 1999 Constitution with their two hands. No amendment, nothing. They can't throw it away. Some people are protecting with the last drop of their blood. The Fulani Caliphate can protect that very constitution with the last drop. They prefer the breakup of Nigeria than to amend that constitution. And yet, you see some people in the southern part of Nigeria thinking that it's okay. You see people in the southern part of Nigeria still believe it's okay, and they are doing nothing. This is the kind of evil we are facing. And that is why we are asking for breakup. It is not out of hate. It is not out of wickedness. It is out of love. It is out of love that we are asking for breakup. Love so that people can grow and have a meaningful life. Today you have seen the Igbo presidency is dead. The whole people that are supposed, the whole people they believe in their eyes that will be able to pursue the Igbo presidency, today they have problem. Today, every one of them is out of the race. All the people that they believe that can be able to fight for that Igbo president, they are all out of the race. Peter Obi have now gone out. As long as Peter Obi is no longer in PDP, he is nowhere. He is nowhere. Even if he like, let him go and disgrace himself in another party, he is nowhere. Rocha Sokorocha is a story gone. Who again? Who? The only single person that we are supposed to project, Peter Obi is nowhere to be found. Because the caliphate have told you in your eye that they don't trust you. They don't want us. They don't trust us. They don't want to deal with us. And yet, you see our politicians pretending because of their selfish interest, because of their personal interest of what we gain, because they want to continue to keep their loot, because they don't want to be probed by Biafrans. They are still keeping silent and playing their game. It doesn't stop from Peter Obi and the Rochas. Look at Abaribe. Look at Abaribe. Abaribe himself has stepped down from governorship race. These are you see sometimes when they will tell you to go and form a political party, they will tell you that IPOB should go and rule as a political party. Look at Abaribe, who is a member of PDP. Today they are frustrating Abaribe out simply because they know that Abaribe is loyal to his own people. Simply because they know that Abaribe have a soft spot for Biafra. They don't want him to come near any position. Today they are frustrating Abaribe from PDP, where he has been for a very long time, where he has a stand, where he is one of the spokespersons. A minority leader in the House of Assembly. A minority leader in the House of Assembly is not able to hold the governorship, be able to contest in the governorship primaries. Does that ring a bell to your ear? If you are from Biafra and you are sincere to you, that should ring a bell to your ear. That's why I tell you that any single politician you know in the Biafra land, they are all serving the caliphate. If you are not ready to serve the caliphate, you will never hold an important post. The only way you will be relevant in that very caliphate, in that very country called Nigeria, is when you are loyal to Sokoto. When you are loyal to the caliphate, that is when you'll be relevant. That is why I say every politician you see, they are all evil. They are all evil. If you don't sell out, you can never be allowed. If you don't sell your people, kill your people, sell your people, they will not allow you to prosper. Look at Abaribe today. Abaribe is being forced out of the PDP. Even if Abaribe go to another party today to go and pick a governorship ticket, let the whole Biafran vote for him. He cannot go anywhere. You saw what they did to Hidohan. You saw what they did to Hidohan that brought the hopes of the mother that is killing you today. That is why I tell you that every single post in Biafra land today, every politician is being appointed by the caliphate. They appointed every person you see in Biafra, they are being appointed by the caliphate. And that is why we don't want to have anything to do with their political solution or political whatever. Anything politics, we don't want to be part of it. Look at Soludo. Look at Soludo, who has been speaking on the platform of Biafra. I have seen many videos where Soludo was defending Biafra, speaking off the platform of people, speaking about the thing that's happening in Biafra land. Today, he has the opportunity to stand for Biafrans. He is now singing from two sides of his mouth. Today, he is the chief security of a Biafran state. He cannot even come boldly, speak to his people from his own heart. The same way he has been speaking when he cannot even speak from his own heart today because he has been compromised. From the very first time I saw him took a post from late Muhammad Buhari, somebody who doesn't want to see Biafra with his own eye. When I see that Muhammad Buhari appointed Soludo as one of the economic team, I know that something is wrong somewhere. And today you can see what he's doing. You can see the role Soludo is doing, forcing Biafra agitation to stop by force. He is trying to force the Biafra agitation. Even the insecurity in the Biafra land, he increased it. He increased it by his statement, calling his people name. He started by calling Biafran's name, calling them hoodlums, calling them criminals, calling them one of them, calling them rebels. He started it. He implemented it. Even when he knew, even when he was outside, he knew what was happening. Instead of him now to come and build up, he began to destroy every foundation that had been laid. This is why we say we don't want to be part of this madness. We don't want to be part of madness. They are trying every day to divide us, to divide us, to divide. Do not allow the division. The division that they have brought, don't allow the division to penetrate. Don't allow it. We are different people. We are not politicians. We are freedom fighters looking for our legitimate freedom. We are not asking for war. We are not asking for war, and we have never asked for war at any time. Even when Mazi Nnamdi was interviewed, Mazi Nnamdi made it clear that he is not going to war. He is not fighting war with anybody. Mazi Nnamdi said it very clear and open. He made it known to everybody that he wasn't going for war, that he is fighting for self-determination and it's going to come through a referendum. He said that the self-determination is going to come through a referendum. He was interviewed in their own media. While Mazi Nnamdi was there, he was interviewed and he told them that he's going to fight for Biafra and Biafra is going to come through a referendum. That is not going to come through a war. But today you see the blackmail they are bringing. They are bringing blackmail from all angles, trying to force war upon Biafran people. And at the end of the day, you see them coming to blame Biafrans. They come to paint Biafrans evil, try to bring all manner of blackmail against Biafran people, even when they know that we are peaceful and innocent people. But are we going to allow them to succeed? We will not allow them to succeed. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter how they try. We are not politicians. We are freedom fighters. And all we want is our freedom. And we cannot sell our freedom for anybody. We cannot give our freedom for anybody at any cost. We will not. We will not sell out our freedom. It's either Biafra or death. Just as Mazi Nnamdi said, what we are asking for is Biafra. And it's either Biafra or death. It doesn't matter what anybody tries to do. It doesn't matter what anybody tries to say. We will continue to look for our freedom. We continue to pursue our freedom until freedom comes. Any attack they are bringing from any angle, any propaganda they are bringing from any angle, it cannot stand. It cannot stand. They can continue to bring their propaganda from east, west, north, and south, from all corners, from all angles. It can never, ever stand. We will continue to follow our system. We are not politicians. We are freedom fighters. And we know what we want. We know what we want, not like the pretenders. Not like the politicians who are politicians know. They know very well the cause of the problem. They know. But some of them are selfish, still protecting their selfish interest. And I want to play another video for you to know that these politicians, all these people you see, even the one Nigerians, they know the problem. They know what the problem is, but they are not bold the way Mazi Nnamdi is bold. And they are not focused and know what they want. They are busy talking from one side of their mouth to the other. Watch.
They are saying as a people is, for this country, Nigeria today, thank God my brother said the roof is collapsing on us. What is collapsing this roof on us? It's injustice. It's inequality. It is lack of fairness, nothing else. There is nothing else that Nigeria's problem is the injustice system that is in our system here. It is the inequality that is in our system here. It is the unfairness that is in our system. That's why we are where we are today. Moving forward, therefore, we have a chance. We have an opportunity to go through the ballot, to go for
You see, these are the kind of idiots you see. They know that the problem is injustice, and they know very well that you cannot get the justice through the ballot. You can never get any justice through the ballot because the system is flawed. The system is flawed. But you see that idiot, after pointing out the problem, he's still talking about going to the ballot. You have gone to the ballot for how many years? You have gone to the ballot. Yet, there has never been any time that the ballot saw the problem. Today, look at people who are preparing for go ballot. Look at the way they've been attacked. And yet, you will see them coming to preach this nonsense. They come to preach this one. The difference between these people and us is that we know what we want, and we are following what we want. I am going to look for, let me search for a video where Mazi Nnamdi was being interviewed. I would like to play that video so that you can see. I would like to play that video. A video where Mazi Nnamdi was being interviewed about what he wants, what Biafran want and what Biafrans are looking for. And what Mazi Nnamdi had to say. This is what we are looking for. And nothing else. We are not looking for Igbo presidency. We are not fighting for their restructuring. We are not after anything. We are looking for our independence, self-determination. And it's going to come through a referendum. We are not going to it through war. We are not pursuing it through a war. But every pretender out there, every of their politicians that is pretending to be saying one thing or the other and doing the opposite, we are not standing with, we are standing with Mazi Nnamdi. And I want you to watch this video. When Mazi Nnamdi was interviewed in Afari book, he was interviewed. What the Biafran want and what he's fighting for. Listen and hear what Mazi Nnamdi answer, so that you will know where we are going. For those of you who claim to be following Mazi Nnamdi and yet you are doing a different thing. Those of you who claim to be following Mazi Nnamdi and yet you are preparing yourself for 2023 election. When you know that Mazi Nnamdi has nothing to do with all this politics and election. All we want is self-determination. We want our freedom. Referendum is the only vote we are going to cast for us to be free. Watch again and hear Mazi Nnamdi.
What does Biafra mean?
It means freedom, liberty, fairness, equity, and justice.
In practical terms, these are very good sounding words, but in practical terms, what does Biafra mean?
Confederation.
So, a weak center,
very weak,
very strong regions.
Absolutely.
Have you had a change of mind, therefore, about getting an independent Biafra? Because that's what I seem to be hearing.
No, I've not changed my mind, no. An independent Biafra means going back to the way we were before the white man came.
Okay, so you're not talking about a federation. When you say a confederation, you're not talking about a federation as part of Nigeria. You're talking about total independence.
Absolute independence.
Complete independence. Now, is there anything that can happen that will make you change your mind about this particular direction?
No.
So it is either Biafra or nothing else?
Or death, yes.
Or death?
That's correct.
If push comes to shove,
yes,
will you go to war?
No, because truth is a far more potent and deadlier weapon than bullets and mortars.
So truth. No war? You've ruled out the...
Absolutely, I don't believe in war, no. No war. When I say Biafra or that, I'll keep pushing. Either I am alive, I die in the process, I won't stop. Allow me to repeat, if you don't mind. Had sovereign national conference been convened by the powers that be, where every ethnic nation, I said every, I don't care if there are 600, I don't care. Everyone is
all the 500 plus.
Everyone together to say, this is all, others can delegate, I don't know, powers to other people to attend on their behalf. Sit down to say, what type of country do we want? Sit down, discuss, agree. I can begin to perhaps submit to your position.
Is it too late?
It is way too late. They've killed too many people. They've ruined too many lives. They've wasted too many souls. How do we bring those people back?
If the federal government, given the agitation that is going on, becomes convinced that, you know what, these people have a point, it is time to actually address all these issues, and they begin to systematically address some of these issues, would you change your mind?
No, because of the deceptions of the past.
No trust?
No trust. Aburi was there, it was negotiated. Nothing happened. 1968, if I recall. And the confab report, what became of it? How about the 3 R's? Reconciliation, reconstruction, and heaven knows what else. What became of them? Nothing. Calabar Seaport is not working. Can you tell me why it's not working? It's a seaport used by the colonial masters. Why is it not working today? How about Iguacha Seaport? Why is it not being used? Why not worry? Why must we allow only Lagos to function as a viable seaport? In England, where I used to live, you had Liverpool, you had the Sun, which is Portsmouth, Southampton, everywhere. You had harbors and ports. So why must you have only one?
I've heard people say these are very valid arguments, and that these are things that are to do with bad governance. So the average Biafran, to use your phrase, or Igbo man in the Igbo, is facing poverty much in the same way that the average guy in Yobe State is facing poverty. And so these are issues of governance. You don't agree with that?
I agree completely.
Okay. So if that is it, why isn't the agitation about tackling the problem, which is ensuring good governance, perhaps starting from locally? Because part of the allegations against you is that you don't confront your political leaders in the East, and you'd like to blame Abuja for everything.
Because the way I would want to solve a problem is not how a Fulani man would want to solve it.
You really believe this is an ethnic thing, and the approach is different?
No, the approach is different. No, it's not ethnic. It is more to do with value system.
Right.
The way you may want to solve a problem could be markedly different from how I do mine.
What is the geographical makeup of Biafra, as far as you are concerned, this Biafra that you want? So, for example, if we're doing a referendum, where will that referendum take place? Is it only the 5?
It's on, no.
It's okay.
It's on, which is River State, Bayelsa, Delta, Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, Cross River.
Akwa Ibom?
And Akwa Ibom, of course. Right.
Right.
Those are the coasters. Basically,
Bayelsa?
Yes. Southeast and South-South without Edo State.
Without Edo State.
That's correct. And then including Igede, Idoma.
Right, the Benues. So
That's
the
correct.
Igalas and part of the Kogi,
Yes.
Kogi State, right?
Yeah.
Nyosom Wike, the governor of Anambra, sorry, the governor of River State, made a statement, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, and said, you know, you should not be including River State.
It's for
and
the people of River State to
people.
decide, not him. I can't decide for Biafrans. You have to go and vote and convince the whole world that they want Biafra. It's not for instance, it's only one man, one vote.
What if they're not even willing to take part in the referendum? Because I've had people from the South, for example, from Bayelsa. I've had people from Cross River. I think there's a famous actress, Kate Henshaw, for example, wrote a long piece about why people of the South don't want to be dragged into a place called Biafra. You're saying, regardless of what they say, you want a referendum in those parts?
Because I know the majority of the people want a referendum. I was in Iguacha yesterday.
How do you know?
I was there yesterday. I was in Iguacha yesterday. You call Port Harcourt. I was there yesterday. I should have been there to see what happened.
Now,
they were delighted to see me. I'm sure you know that. It's all over the place. They're very happy to see me. I bet Kate Henshaw wouldn't get such reception. Where she to go to?
She's a big, popular Nollywood actress. I wouldn't necessarily.
I'm telling you, if I go to her village, people will turn out to see me more than turn out to see her.
You have heard from our spiritual Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have heard. In case you have forgotten, these are questions that he has answered. Some people are still asking the same question he has answered today. Some people are still bringing some other things to add to what he has said today. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have answered every question straight. We are looking for independence. We are asking for self-determination through a referendum, not through war. He said it. He is not going to war. That we are going to use the truth to get Biafra. And that truth is what we are speaking. That is why we are standing on the truth. That is why every agitator must be on the truth. If you go to any platform, you see them lying. Just like those that say that they hate Biafra and they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, run for your life. Those who are preaching hate in their platform, run for your life. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not with that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is truthful and consistent, very consistent and truthful. And you heard him say it. It is that Biafra or death. And he explained the meaning of Biafra or death, that he's going to fight for Biafra until for the rest of his life. Either the Biafra comes in his lifetime or after he's died. That he's never going to relent. But today, you see people changing the narrative. You see people preaching a different message from the message that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This was a question answered in the zoo. In the zoo, that was a journalist in the zoo asking him in Afari Ibeku, and he answered them to their face. He told them that he is going to continue to fight for the freedom of his own people, referendum or nothing. He said it. They asked him, "Are you going?" He said he's not going to go to war. He's going to use the truth to destroy the contraption called Nigeria, and Biafra must come. These are questions I have answered. And today, you see people today, they are busy talking about election. Some Biafra agitators today have diverted to being campaign managers. Some of them are campaigning for one person. Some of them will tell you give opportunity to election. Some give opportunity that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given them several times. You heard him say it. You heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that these people can never be trusted in any way. You can't trust them. They are the kind of people who you cannot trust. I pray that every Biafran all over the world will wake up, open our eyes, open our ears, and see what is happening. Don't be distracted. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Let us continue to do the needful until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu joins us. The sit at home continues. Any day you hear sit at home, follow it up. Listen to Voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM. Listen to our brother Simon Ekpa. Go to his platform and listen to, pay attention to our brother Simon Ekpa. He has a lot of information. If you follow the instruction that you get, you are going to save your life. Mainly our people in Biafra land. Every information that is given you is to save your life. We don't want people to continue to lose their life in Biafra land. It is something that hurts to see Biafrans losing their life. Even our visitors losing their life in their land. But today, you have seen, I have proven to you that the people who are sponsoring the killing in Biafra land is the federal government of Nigeria. If you didn't start with me from the beginning, go and watch this video again. Go back and watch it again. You will see the proofs that the people who are orchestrating the insecurity you see in Biafra land is the politicians through federal government. Every killing you are seeing in Nigeria, everything you see is a flagged up operation by the federal government to take innocent life. That is what you are seeing. Go and tell Soludo to go and talk to his federal government and his fellow politicians to stop taking the life of innocent people, to stop causing ethnic crisis. Tell Soludo to go and talk to the federal government. Let them stop the flag operation that they are carrying out in Anambra State. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. They have shed a lot of blood. The blood of the Biafrans cannot be used again to cement their one Nigeria. We cannot be part of it. We are going home. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter what they do. We are going home. Their division cannot stand anymore. Anybody who is trying to cause division, you are going to pay with your own head. I say, may Chukwu guide and protect. Everybody have joined this very platform. If you have not shared this video, please share this video. Share and like this video. That is your own role you have to play. The only role you have to play, it is not compulsory that every one of us must broadcast, but share this video, share to every platform where you belong. Continue sharing. Share to your platform, share to your group, share to your WhatsApp group, share to people, and give a like to the video. That is the way we can send the message across. We are not supporting the death of anybody. Neither are we supporting the taking of life of anybody. All we are asking for is a nation where people can be able to be patriotic to and defend and hit their chest and say, yes, this is my nation. Because the corruption called Nigeria is not a nation. And nobody, including the one Nigerian, none of them is patriotic to Nigeria. No single living being is patriotic to Nigeria. None. They are all bunch of liars and deceivers. And we must not allow the caliphate to continue to penetrate us. The Chukwu my guide and protect. Everybody have joined me on this very broadcast. Every hand that has shared the video, Chukwu will continue to protect you. The Chukwu will continue to protect us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let the spirit of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue to be strong. No evil form against it shall prosper. Before we go, I am going to play another video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Another message he gave us. We must not allow them to divide us. Let us listen.
Fulani Janjaweed can overwhelm us is by dividing us. If you are an agent of Fulani Caliphate, if you have come to do the bidding of Fulani Janjaweed in our land, I am asking you this very evening to retrace your steps. Because again, starting from this very day, anywhere Biafrans are killed, any governor, any police commissioner who tolerates the massacre of innocent people will pay very dearly for it. Will pay very, very dearly for it. Do not underestimate our resolve. Because this evening, first of all, I speak as a human being who is possessed of a compatriot spirit and empathy with the suffering of human beings everywhere, especially in the zoo that Britain created called Nigeria. Second, I speak as a witness to the suffering of Biafrans at the hands of their so-called fellow citizens in the zoo called Nigeria. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
I hope you heard our Mazi Nnamdi. He has said it all. The resolution we have reached is to defend Biafra land, and that resolution is cast in stone. You know what it means when something is cast in stone. When it is said that something is cast in stone, it is irreversible. You can't change it. It is our resolve to protect Biafra land and defend it. That is why we are calling on every Biafran, any place you are, protect yourself. Defend yourself by all means possible. Self-defense is your right. Self-defense is your right. Don't allow your life to be smoked out of you. It is your right to defend it. Defend yourself with same equal measure that they are coming towards you. The same equal measure they bring to you, use that same equal measure to defend yourself. I have nothing to say more. Our Mazi Nnamdi have concluded it all and have told us what we need to know. Do not allow them to divide us. The only way they can penetrate us is by dividing us. That is the only weapon they have. Divide and rule. Do not allow it. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every single person that have joined this broadcast from the beginning to the end. Everybody that has shared this video, Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Mazi Nnamdi. Secure him and bring him back to us very soon. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from, and remember, blessed. See you tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Bye-bye.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You cannot go everywhere. We must continue.